Hey Model Bus fans, Jeff with Iconic Replicas. I am the original bus boss, at least in my own mind. Today we are in Montebello, California. Montebello is essentially East Los Angeles, and we're at the facility of my buddy Frank, who is the proud owner of this 1935 Mack BK. Yes, Mack did make buses at one point. They're truck people now, but this bus was part of the 100th anniversary fleet that Greyhound had, and back in 2015 we built a model of this bus. It was the first iconic replica. We built it in 150 scale, and the bus basically sold out after about a month. Very, very popular, extremely limited edition. Only 1,001 pieces were made, and we never made it again. So it makes it very, very collectible if you can get your hands on one. So this bus is being taken up to the Pacific Bus Museum. We'll be attending their show, the annual Bus Bash that they do. Tomorrow's August the 17th, we'll be there. And they've got a ton of great vintage buses, but this one is going to be brought up there for people to actually get on and appreciate what bus technology was, well, almost 100 years ago. So since we started Iconic Replicas in 2015, we have made, well, I want to say more than 100,000 buses. Articulated ones, double deckers, vintage buses, everything to try to satiate the demand for American model bus collectors in terms of having choices. You know, previous to that, there was some Corgi buses, absolutely. But really, other than that, there was, you know, Hong Kong buses, European buses made out of plastic, nothing that really focused on North America. And that's what we attempted to change, and I think we've done a pretty good job. I hope you all agree. So that being said, today I am thrilled because, you know, I've been around buses a very long time, from when I drove back in my 20s up through running this company, and it's not often that I get on a bus that like, and today that's going to be happening because I will be riding on what I feel is one of the most iconic buses in the history of North American, you know, bus history. What bus is that going to be? Well, to find out, you're just going to have to ride with me as we head north to Fremont. So let's get going, hit the road, because we definitely don't want to miss this bus. And there she is, the 1954 PD-4501 Scenicruiser. And we're getting aboard. Here's our able-bodied driver, Chad.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard Greyhound Bus P5446 with express service from Montebello to the Pacific Bus Museum in Fremont, California. We will be departing here shortly as soon as the other buses move out of the pathway here. We will be taking I-5 north up over the Grapevine. Once we get over the other side of the Grapevine, we will most likely stop somewhere out there, take a little break, have some snacks, and hit the road for the rest of the trip. Hope you enjoy your ride with us today. All aboard!
So this bus is built in
54. This is serial number 001, and it is the first production Scenicruiser. Scenicruiser, what was later renamed 1001, was actually the first prototype in 1953, but this was the first one off the line in 1954 as number 00. But he gets to see it.
Well, I heard that originally they had this bus up for sale for $1 million.
They did. I think 975 is what they started out at.
Right. I don't think that's what Frank paid, but still.
It's not, but it was. He got a good deal. But I think
if I know Frank, they probably paid him to take the bus.
I would say it was well bought, and you know he couldn't turn it down. It was a good deal for what he's getting.
Well, Frank has a pretty extensive collection of amazing vintage buses, so there's no doubt that this one should be part of that collection.
Oh, absolutely.
This is one of the most iconic buses in American bus history.
Absolutely, and you know he was fortunate enough to buy some of the other coaches out of Greyhound's historic fleet. So it sits right next to all those other ones: the MC7, the 1931 Mack.
The 743 yellow.
Yeah, that's actually not his. We're storing that for a guy.
Oh,
but
okay.
It still gets to sit next to it.
Okay.
And then also the 48 grill, all kinds of really cool stuff. So, yeah, I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah. Essentially, the older the boy, the better the toy. All right, cool. Well, we're off on the road. PD-4501. PD standing for Parlor and Diesel, which designated this bus as a passenger bus as opposed to a transit. And of course, diesel. I don't know what else they would have had. G or gas?
Well, there was G, not in the Parlor coaches anymore. Early on, you know, pre-war stuff, there was some gas. The yellow coaches and stuff were gas, and then converted to diesel.
Right. Okay, well, let's see how many heads we can turn on the highway as we head north to Fremont, California. Still has the gorgeous lines, the owner information, Greyhound lines, of course, owner and operator, and the iconic Scenicruiser name. Well, it's not every day that you drive down the highway and everybody's looking at you and going, what the heck? I mean, really, when's the last time you saw a 70-year-old bus cruising down the interstate at 65 miles an hour? But this old gal still has a lot of life in her. I mean, rides beautifully, steers straight, air conditioning is cold. This is luxury travel. I mean, at least it was in the 1950s and early 60s. Now, not so much, but still, if you're a bus nut like I am, this is one heck of a thrilling day. Just when you thought everything was going peachy, you're cruising down the highway at 70 miles an hour in your 1954 Scenicruiser, and then boom, you have a blowout. So here we are on the side of I-5, heading north, waiting for service. Tow truck, I guess. It's on one of the rear inner tires, so we'll just take the tire off and then cruise on without a replacement. But, you know, I guess she didn't break down, she had a blowout. There's a big difference. So it's like 90 degrees here. It's hot. It's like the middle of the desert or whatever you call this. And I have some water and a Snickers bar. I hope that lasts me, unless Domino's delivers out here in the middle of nowhere. So details to follow, but it's all part of the fun, right? Yeah, right. All right, how bad is it? Let's take a look. That's right, the middle of the tire's missing.
The other night, the Union Station was lit up bright. The crowd was shoving with all its might, but we all settled down for a trip on a Greyhound bus. That's us, heading west on a Greyhound bus. The Holland Tunnel was open wide. We rode along underneath the tide. Found ourselves on the Jersey side. What a glorious night for a trip on a Greyhound bus. No fuss, heading west on a Greyhound bus. Stop for hot dogs and soda pop. Ask the driver how long till we make the road stop. Soon the sun hit the prison view. The stars came out like they always do. Then I cuddled up close to you and we both fell in love on a trip on a Greyhound.
And that's it. The end of an amazing 2-day experience on this gorgeous bus. This gorgeous 70-year-old bus that performed like unbelievably. Not a problem. Purred like a kitten up and down I-5. And he's about to run me over. But no, I guess not. So it was a great Scenicruiser day. And today, really, I was a part of history. I lived history on this bus. She deserves a good night's sleep. A real honey. From Montebello, California. Glad we didn't miss the bus.
I hope you enjoyed riding with me, at least virtually, on this PD-4501. This bus, so state-of-the-art back in 1954 with technologies that we take for granted today, but back then so revolutionary. Panoramic windows, onboard lavatory, power steering, air conditioning, and rapid air recirculation. And let's not forget that huge upper deck, just like riding in a dome car on the cross-country trains of the day. If you'd like to take home a little piece of bus history, Iconic Replicas is now accepting pre-orders for our soon-to-be-released 143 scale PD-4501 in one of my favorite Greyhound liveries, the 50th anniversary Gold Stripe. To order yours, go to awesomediecast.com and just search Scenicruiser. Well, until the next time, I'm Jeff with Iconic Replicas reminding you not to miss the bus.